Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm a bit mumbling because the view we're at, sitting on this gorgeous beach in Exuma in the Bahamas. I'm here with the Right Honorable Chester Cooper, who's Deputy Prime Minister for the Bahamas, with a large portfolio with aviation, tourism, and
Investments.
investments.
Yeah.
So, first of all, this is just home to you, and this is your constituents.
My constituency.
You're from here,
This is my
from Forbes
this is
Hill.
my home.
Yeah,
Born and raised
Yeah.
right here in Exuma. Welcome to paradise.
yeah.
I
Wow.
hope you're enjoying it.
Honestly, I don't think there's much better places in the world I'd rather be than here this morning. And I just had a really great Bahamian breakfast. Even my wimpy Scottish palate was able to handle the spice. So
Well, the food tend to be a little on the spicy side.
it's good though.
We jazz it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's
and,
good.
Hopefully we didn't jazz it up too much for you.
No, I was telling you, I've been working on my spice palette, so
Uh,
it's coming along.
Good.
So we've had an opportunity over the last couple of days to discover Exuma and all the great things that it's got going on for us. But one of the big things is aviation and lift and the airport infrastructure. So why don't you just update Canadian travel trade and our friends in the U.S. about the enhancements that's happening to the airport here?
Firstly, we're building a new airport here in Exuma. We're revamping the existing airport, really expanding the runways to have the capability of landing a 777. And we're building a 5,000 square feet new terminal that's going to be able to fully house the level of traffic that we're seeing. The growth in Exuma has really outstripped the level of infrastructure, and therefore over the past 3 years we've spent about 150 million to really revamp the infrastructure. That's in addition to the 60 million that we're spending on the airport itself. So by the time you come back at the end of 2025, hopefully you'll come back in between in the
I was going to say,
period.
won't be done by January.
By the time you come back in a year from now,
Yeah.
we hope that the terminal will be completed. The roadworks are extensive. We're building bridges and docks and airports all across the islands. There's also a new airport being built in Black Point.
Okay.
We're extending the runway there to 6,500 feet. That's going to have the capability of landing small jets,
Yeah.
which is going to be important for what we call the Exuma Keys. Black Point will be the hub. It'll be an international airport, which will be available to service the Rosewood Resort that's new and coming up.
Yeah, lovely.
The Stanya Key Resort and many of the other small resorts, and there's a lot of private destinations.
Yeah.
Like Musha Key that rents for 25,000 a night. So you know, so getting some airlift closer to those destinations would be good.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
So, Charity McKenzie, yesterday when we spoke to her, she identified 365 keys here.
That's right.
And I know
one for every day of the year.
one for every day of the year, as she said as well. Must be the tagline. But they're easy to get to. Everything is very accessible. There's great things like bone fishing and diving. But one of the great things I think that seems to be almost maybe not emerging but revitalized is the wide spectrum of accommodation. Like we're at Peace and Plenty, we're at Grand Isle, February Point, all these great accommodations, but it covers all spectrums.
Yeah.
Right?
Peace and Plenty is an iconic boutique resort where people have been coming for 5 decades. Really
or since 1783.
Yeah,
As I see-
that's right.
As I see with that to the year.
I don't know anybody who came then and who's still coming.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few ghosts walking around that town.
But really, it's an iconic resort right in Elizabeth Harbor, one of the most magnificent harbors anywhere on earth.
Yeah.
The home of the Exuma Family Island Regatta. Sailing is our national sport, so you can actually go to that resort, sit at the bar, and watch sailing occasionally. And then you have the larger resorts like Sandals, which is now converting into beaches.
Yep.
And they're spending $100 million. The Beaches Resort is going to be a family, all-inclusive resort. So while Sandals was couples only, Beaches now you can bring the whole family. So this is going to be good for the tourism business, but importantly, a lot of Canadian travelers have been asking us for a family all-inclusive. There will be a new buzz in this area, new opportunity for family entertainment. You can still come as a couples only
Yep.
if you wish, and I'm sure they will have some quiet areas on this resort. They're really building out for the future, something that they have perfected in places in other places around the Caribbean.
Yeah, and that Emerald Bay is such an iconic.
It's a beautiful spot. Right now, Grand Isle is doing well.
Yep.
And they are bridging the gap, if you will, until Sandals reopen. They don't have as many rooms, but certainly it's an opportunity for family travel to continue to the island. But all across the island, there's small resorts. You mentioned fly fishing. We have bonefish lodges all across the island as well. These are small, no frills resort. People come here. All they want to do is fish.
Well, even
fish all day.
We toured. We saw Augusta Bay. We saw Exuma Palms. We saw Hideaway. Hideaway, the beautiful little cottages there as well. So no shortage of accommodations, obviously.
No, but you know, we got the airlift to match. Either directly to Exuma for via Air Canada once a week now. It's going to increase during the winter season. Or you can travel through Nassau. And Nassau has.
Even Atlanta, you can come from Toronto, Atlanta through Fort Lauderdale or Orlando.
We have Delta, we have American connecting through Miami or Atlanta, or through Nassau direct. We have WestJet going directly into Nassau. Of course, we have Sunwing going into Grand Bahama, Freeport, Grand Bahama. And the connectivity is easy using Bahamas Air, our national carrier.
So no lack of service coming from the U.S. or Canada into this into the Great Bahama Islands. So. I always like to find, and particularly because it's Christmas, I like to find an anecdote all the time. And Notting Hill, do you know that movie Notting Hill? Where Julia Roberts says, "I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy trying to love her." So you're just a deputy prime minister standing in front of the travel trade, asking them to come and visit you.
Come and visit my home. So this isn't for me just a job. This is my home where I was born and raised. I got involved with politics really to see the renaissance of this island, and fortunately we're seeing that renaissance, and we want to share it with the world, and I'm delighted that you're going to help us to tell our story, because really, you know, this is a place where we don't want it to change substantially. We want people to come and get the authentic feel of the island, go into the small communities, shop at a mom and pop shop, eat at a local restaurant, buy a conch salad, or boiled fish as you had at one of the local spots, and you stay at beaches or you stay at an upscale resort if you wish, but get into the communities, because you know we are free-spirited, very hospitable people, and really that makes the experience even more authentic and
incredibly safe. There's no issues whatsoever. Driving is easy. It's fantastic.
I always recommend if people can drive or feel like driving, you can go to a different beach on the island every day. You can go to 2 or 3 different beaches on the island.
We saw. I mean, I'm just here. We are this morning, and look at this beach.
It's beautiful,
and there's nobody here.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just the 2 of us. So
that's right.
If you ever want a place where you can just get to and have your own beach for 1 day a week, I think Exuma's is the place to do it. So thank you very much. I know you're obviously very busy.
The pleasure's mine.
We appreciate you taking the time with us. So
hope to see you back again.
I can guarantee you I'll be back.
Good.
I can guarantee you we'll be back. So everybody, thanks very much for continuing watching. We appreciate the Deputy Prime Minister taking the time with us this morning. We'll see you soon again on Travel Pulse Canada. Thank you. Thanks.
Pleasure.